It is E3, my dudes.
Hey! Hi, how you doing? This is the Gamertron, and welcome back to the Gamertron Show! The Electronic Entertainment Expo 2018 has come and gone, and now it's time for my obligatory unoriginal video about it! The only video on E3 2018 that you need to watch. The most informative, intellectual, substantial, and erotic coverage of E3 you have ever seen. Now before we all assume the position and get right into it,
oh my.
there's a few rules I have to establish here. 1, I am not ranking or talking about the actual E3 conferences themselves. If you'll excuse the side tangent, I do not understand the gaming community's obsessions with these E3 conferences. Personally, for me, all I care about is the video games. I came to the conclusion and the realization years ago that E3 is not meant for people like me. It's not meant for the hardcore gamer, it's meant for stockholders, investors, and normies. So why hardcore gamers still get so worked up over the E3 conferences, I have no idea. My recommendation, give up on them, just look at the games, which is what we're going to be doing here in this video. Rule number 2, I will not be talking about the following video games, sports games, racing games, console exclusives, because I don't play them, can't play them, have no interest in them, and can't provide anything of value from my end. However, there will be 2 exceptions, which you will see later on. And thirdly and finally, trigger warning, there will be opinions. There will be many opinions. The horror, I know. And with all that preamble bullshit out of the way, let us begin. This is the Gamertron Show's E3 2018 Video Extravaganza!
Get on with it. Yes, get on with it!
Get on with it!
First up, we have
EA's dick. It's in your ass.
EA kicked off E3 with Battlefield 5. Oh, what's that? It's another Battlefield game that isn't Bad Company free? Yeah, you can wake me up when they start making Bad Company free. Seriously, I don't care for the direction Battlefield is going in. All I want is Bad Company free. All I want is a sequel to Bad Company 2. So I'll start giving a shit about Battlefield again when we get back to Bad Company. Up next, the man himself, Vince Zampella, CEO of Respawn, dropped the news on that Star Wars game they were working on. It's called Jedi Fallen Order, and it takes place in between Star Wars Episode 3 and 4, where you play as a Jedi after Order 66. While the premise alone is very intriguing, I'm probably gonna buy this game at full price just to support Respawn Entertainment. Full disclosure, I fucking love Respawn. After what they did with Titanfall 2, I absolutely love this developer and I will support them in any way I possibly can. It sucks that they're attached to EA, but I love this dev and I will support them and give them my money whenever possible with whatever they're working on. So yeah, Jedi Fallen Order, I'm excited for and I'm going to buy it simply because it's being developed by Respawn.
Hey Gamertron! I couldn't hear you over all that dick you were sucking!
Oh, I'm sorry, let me suck even harder.
Oh my.
Speaking of sucking dick, Star Wars Battlefront 2 is up next. So the next big content update was announced and revealed to be focusing on the Clone Wars, specifically with Battlefront's biggest multiplayer map ever being next, set on Geonosis during Attack of the Clones, with new, free hero characters being added, including my personal favorite, General Grievous, alongside the heavily fan-requested Obi-Wan Kenobi, with even Anakin Skywalker and Count Dooku later on. And I'm just throwing this out here now, EA, DICE, when you make the trailer for this big Clone Wars update and you reveal Grievous and Obi-Wan, you better have the "Hello there, General Kenobi" meme, else this will be a bigger disaster than your loot boxes. I am expecting dank memes, do not disappoint me.
Hello there.
General Kenobi.
In all seriousness, I'm looking forward to this big content update. I mean, it's free, and I've been looking forward to seeing General Grievous in a new video game since forever. It's nice to see DICE still supporting the game, making it better. I mean, we can all safely say it's a much better game than it was at launch. So yeah, I'm happy, looking forward to it. Live long and prosper, may the force be with you, all that bullshit. Up next, we have an absolutely wonderful surprise with Unravel 2. I did not see this coming, I did not expect this whatsoever. Even though I have not played the original Unravel, which I really should, it is still nonetheless an absolute pleasure to see this charming puzzle platformer not only get a sequel, but actually grow and evolve in said sequel with the addition of 2-player co-op. And an even bigger, far more lovely surprise, the game was released the day it was announced. Unravel 2 is available right now. So it's another awesome addition, another awesome lineup to the already awesome lineup and list of great games coming out this year, and have already come out this year. And note to self, I really need to find some time to play the Unravel games. God, there's so many bloody video games. However, what was another pleasant surprise, not only getting a sequel to a indie darling, but to get a brand new indie IP in the form of Sea of Solitude, which I am genuinely very interested in. The art style, the visuals, the graphics look beautiful. The character and monster designs look great, and the premise, setting, and story for this game has me genuinely intrigued. Yeah, I'm looking forward to, and I'm going to be keeping my eye on Sea of Solitude. I think this is something to look out for. Also, absolutely nothing wrong with adding another adventure game, another what seems to be a puzzle platformer to the collection. Don't ignore the indies and middle market games, people. These are where some of the most special gems of gaming are hidden. Don't be ignorant, do your research. Oh, that's a topic I want to tackle and sink my teeth into later, but not now, soon. Oh boy! Up next, oh, this is the one I've been waiting for. Command and Conquer Rivals.
Oh, wait, you serious? Let me laugh even harder.
Oh my god. EA. Honestly, never change, because you are an endless goldmine of comedy. Even though I am a huge fan of the Command & Conquer franchise, and I should be outraged like the rest of the Command & Conquer community is at this bastardization of the IP into a freaking mobile game, I personally can't help but laugh. I find this absolutely hilarious. Electronic Arts' lack of self-awareness and complete incompetence. It's just OMG lols. Just all the lols. It's so fucking funny, man. Absolutely hilarious. A complete joke. But now to finish off EA good and proper, we get to talk about what I was most looking forward to and interested out of E3 2018, and that was Anthem. Finally being able to see more about the game and hear more information about the game. We got to see some new gameplay, all the Javelin exosuit classes were revealed, we got a basic story premise, a look at some cutscenes and characters, and I have to say, I'm still interested. Anthem looks cool, Anthem looks fun. It looks like the kind of game that would appeal to me. I love science fiction and science fantasy. I love mechs, exosuits, robots, alien creatures, and Anthem seems to have all that. The combat looks like it could be very satisfying. Graphics, of course, look stunning. Beautiful looking game from a graphical, technical, and artistic standpoint. But the thing that has me sold on this game the most, and I said this when the game was first revealed last E3, is the flying. The bloody flying looks so good, like so much fun. The vertical freedom of movement you have with that jetpack, oh man, it just looks so good. Look, I'm a simple man and a sucker for gimmicks. So I still have hope, I have faith in Anthem, I'm still looking forward to it. I'll still be keeping my eye on it for more information. Yeah, Anthem looks good. Still looking forward to it. And now we move on to Microsoft. First up we have Halo Infinite?
What? What? Oh, fuck yeah, this is the shit. Kill me now.
And like that, the Halo community collectively orgasmed. Now apparently Halo Infinite is coming to PC. Cool, awesome, still have no idea what Halo Infinite is. While the trailer was beautiful, extremely well shot, an excellent showcase of the new graphics engine Slipspace, my recommendation would be that we temper our expectations just a wee tad until we see some gameplay. So while I am interested and I will be keeping my eye on Halo Infinite, I'm still waiting for Microsoft to stop being massive cunts and release Halo free on the PC already. It's only been, over a fucking decade. So yeah, Halo Infinite is cool and all, but I'm still a salty bitch over Halo free on PC. As in, it not being on PC. Fucking Microsoft. Up next, we have Ori and the Will of the Wisps. And this is in the same boat as Unravel 2. A sequel to an indie darling that I have yet to play, but really should, that looks beautiful and charming and builds upon what was already set with the original. A solid addition to E3, not much else to say. I really need to take some time to play the Ori games. Up next, from Software, Sekiro: Shadows Die Twice, aka Samurai Souls. And it looks awesome. It's great to see From Software moving on from Dark Souls, but not completely abandoning the formula, which put them on the map to begin with. Sekiro: Shadows Die Twice looks like an evolution of their hack and slash gameplay mechanics. I like a lot of what I've seen here. Look, From Software have the pedigree and the reputation of making great games. And from what we've been shown of Sekiro, I have no doubts in From Software. I have complete faith in them that this next game of theirs is going to be yet another great addition. Looks like it can be a lot of fun. And from the information already out on the game, it looks to be making some very interesting changes to the already established Souls formula. So, really looking forward to Sekiro: Shadows Die Twice. Up next, what was a big surprise for me, a new chapter in the Life is Strange game series, Life is Strange: The Awesome Adventures of Captain Spirit. Now, I'm a big fan of the first game, Life is Strange. It was my favorite game of 2015, and I've been highly anticipating Life is Strange 2, or Life is Strange Season 2, whatever they're calling it, and apparently, The Awesome Adventures of Captain Spirit tie into Part 2 or Season 2 or whatever they're calling it. And it's being released for free, which is also a very nice surprise. And so far, from what we've been shown in terms of story and characters, it has potential. While it looks adorable and innocent on the outside, I'm wondering what the dark twist is gonna be. Because you know there's gonna be a twist. Gotta pluck at those emotional heartstrings, eh? So yeah, as a fan of Life is Strange, I'm interested to see where this goes. So I'll be keeping my eye on The Awesome Adventures of Captain Spirit. Up next, we have Crackdown Free. We swear this game is coming out. This is the last delay. While it's awesome that Terry Crews is going to be in the game, if I give my honest thoughts on everything I've seen of Crackdown Free, it looks like a generic open-world action game. Sure, it could be a lot of fun, but what incentive do I have to play Crackdown Free over the Saints Row games, over Agents of Mayhem, over the Just Cause games, over the Prototype games even? We've seen this formula before. You play as a super-powered character that goes into an open world and shoots bad guys and blows shit up. And outside of Terry Crews, I'm not seeing the gimmick or anything special about Crackdown Free that makes me want to buy it. But hey, who knows? Crazier things have happened. Maybe this game will finally come out sometime this decade, and it'll be great. Who knows? We'll see. Anyways, that's Crackdown Free. Up next, we have Metro Exodus. Not gonna lie, before what was just shown right now at E3, I was a tad bit skeptical of Metro Exodus. Even though I love the previous Metro games, 2033 and Last Light, they're some of my favorite first-person shooter games. I just wasn't totally sure about Exodus, what with its absolutely, completely scripted, fake gameplay reveal last E3. But this E3, far much more gameplay was shown, information revealed, and all my worries have been washed away, and I am officially on board the hype train. It looks like more Metro, and I am more than happy with more Metro. On top of that, we're playing as good old Artyom again. And Anna is back too, so maybe we'll see some titties. There's also a ton of new mutant monsters, what look like some new weaponry. Aw man, it's more Metro. I love Metro. So it's another game to add to the list of video games I'm excited for and anticipating in 2019. God damn it, there's so many games! There's too many games! Ugh, and to add on to that, up next we got an official look at The Division 2. Not only did we get story details, a reveal of the new setting, Washington, D.C., but alongside some cinematic trailers, an obviously scripted gameplay trailer, we also got some official, real, live, damn gameplay footage of the game, and it looks like more Division. And I love the first Division, one of my favorite games of 2016, and that game only kept growing and getting better. So I'm excited for The Division 2. It looks like more Division, as in video game, not the maths. Honestly, there's not too much I can add here. It looks like more of what I already love about the previous game, and I'm looking forward to it. Up next, we have Shadow of the Tomb Raider. It looks like more Tomb Raider. I haven't played any of the Tomb Raider games. I really should change that, so there's not much I can add here. I really need to play the Tomb Raider games. I need to play a lot of video games. I basically have no free time to do anything. The sacrifices I make for you fucking people. Instead of going out into the world getting high on hookers and blow, I have to keep spending my time playing this endless stream of video games. Just so I can make YouTube videos on them that last 10 to 15 minutes. God, I miss crackin' pussy. Anyways, yeah, Shadow of the Tomb Raider. It's another Tomb Raider game that's coming out. Yeah. Up next, what was one of, if not the, biggest goddamn surprise at E3. I did not expect this whatsoever. Devil May Cry 5. Quite frankly, it looks awesome. An interesting mesh between the reboot and classic DMC. I'm all on board for this unless Capcom fucks up the PC port like they have with every other Devil May Cry, excluding the DMC reboot. When it comes to Capcom, every PC port of the classic Devil May Cry games, no mouse support, which is ridiculous, absurd. Every other third-person action game on PC lets you use the mouse, except the Devil May Cry classics. I prefer and like DMC Devil May Cry the reboot over the classic DMCs simply because I get to use the bloody mouse. Do you have any idea how awkward it is playing a fast-paced third-person action game with just the keyboard, no mouse? Don't fuck up the PC port, Capcom. My money is yours. You get the PC port right, my money is yours. Let me use the mouse, goddammit. Besides that, yeah, Devil May Cry 5 is looking awesome. I have no clue what's going on with the story, but graphics, visuals look great. The little snippets of gameplay we've been shown so far, it looks like Devil May Cry. Looks to be fun, fast, frenetic, and engaging. So yeah, Devil May Cry 5. Looking awesome, excited for it. Let me use the mouse, Capcom. Up next, we have possibly what is the most terrifying horror video game experience ever developed. Jump Force. It's the Avengers, but for weebs. Absolutely nightmarish. I mean, this is so unholy, it's making Satan and Cthulhu cringe. Truly, the weebs have gained too much power, too much influence. We will have to make preparations for a purge immediately. We'll have to set up designated areas to safely dispose of all the manga and body pillows. We gotta nip this in the bud before we lose control of the weeb population. They already have a foothold on YouTube and in memes, so there's nothing we can do about that. We'll just have to tolerate that. But we can take the steps necessary to make sure that they don't infect gaming. Jump Force is a horrible sign of things to come if we do not start the anime weeb purge immediately. So yeah, we need to get on that, and those are my opinions on Jump Force. Up next, we have yet another huge, massive surprise I did not see coming, Dying Light 2. I love the first Dying Light. It's my favorite zombie game of all time. It was one of my favorite games of 2015, and I have to say, Dying Light 2, it's looking really good. It looks like they've expanded upon the parkour and movement system. They're definitely making huge improvements and changes to the story and storytelling, what with multiple choices that actually affect the game world and the story overall. We have yet to see more of the melee combat, but there was already a showcase of a bunch of brand new melee weapons. Oh man, I'm excited. I'm really excited. I love Dying Light. We're getting more Dying Light. The new changes and additions they're making to this sequel, oh man, this could be something really special. We'll see. This is something I'm going to be following, keeping a close eye on, and really looking forward to. Dying Light 2! Woohoo! Up next, we have Just Cause 4, which looks exactly like Just Cause 3. I really have nothing to add. It looks identical to Just Cause 3. Whereas with every other Just Cause game, from 1 to 2, 2 to 3, they have looked substantially different from one another. Obvious changes and additions, updated graphics. Just Cause 4 looks exactly like Just Cause Free. It looks like an expansion to Just Cause Free, but no, this is the 4th game in the series. Okay, if you say so. Don't get me wrong, I'm still gonna buy it, still gonna play it, and most likely gonna really enjoy it, but I can't help but be suspicious that this game is being just a tad bit rushed. But hey, let's see what happens. Let's wait for the game to come out. I'm not one to judge a game before actually playing it. So yeah, Just Cause 4. Up next, Gears of War 5. And oh boy, I've been looking forward to this one. Gears of War 4 was one of my favorite games of 2016, got me into and interested in the Gears of War franchise, and acted as a really well-made soft reboot. The third-person shooting was solid, satisfying, and fun, and it looks like it's returning in the sequel. Alongside that, we're finally seeing the story and characters evolve and grow. Gears of War 4's story in many ways felt like it was build-up and set-up, while 5 looks like it's going to be the payoff. We're going to be playing as Kate this time around in the campaign, which I am all for. She was always my favorite out of the young blood new trio of protagonists in 4. I'm also loving all the new environments they showed off and all the new swarm enemies. Oh my god, it looks like there's so many more new enemies in this game. Not gonna lie, I loved everything I saw about Gears of War 5. I'm really looking forward to playing this one. I can't wait to see all the new additions to gameplay and how the story is going to play out. So yeah, that's my thoughts on Gears of War 5. And finally, to wrap up Microsoft, the game that everyone and their mother is talking about and losing their minds over, Cyberpunk 2077. Look, it was a colorful, beautiful, well-made trailer, told me absolutely little to nothing about the game, about its story. All it really showed off was the setting and the graphics engine. It looks beautiful, don't get me wrong, but I've played dozens of other science fiction video games that look like this. So while it looks beautiful, I really need to see some gameplay to honestly get any sort of investment or anticipation and help distinguish Cyberpunk 2077 from every other sci-fi game out there. If you haven't noticed, I'm not a CD Projekt Red fanatic. Oh, speaking of the lovely people over at CD Projekt Red, what an interesting decision it was that they actually had some Cyberpunk 2077 gameplay to show, but they didn't decide to show it to gamers, consumers, their fans. No, the press, games journalists, got an exclusive look at the gameplay, while everyone else, all of us, the plebs, just got the cinematic trailer. What's up with that, CD Projekt? Why do the journalists get to see the gameplay, but the actual gamers and your longtime fans don't get to see the gameplay? What's up with that, eh? Rather curious. Look, I have nothing against CD Projekt Red, I'm just doing this bit to piss off the zealot-like fanatical fanboys of CD Projekt Red. Oh, speaking of which, CD Projekt fanboys, I just want to point something out. The developers and publishers that you hate so much, that you whinge about and autistically screech about online, EA and BioWare and Bethesda, actually showed off gameplay for their games to everyone, while CD Projekt is literally hiding their gameplay from you and only showing it to games journalists. Let that sink in for a moment. BioWare and Bethesda fans got gameplay while you got a cinematic trailer. Ooh, do you feel that? Feel the burn. Fucking fanboys, fanatics, and zealots. It doesn't matter what it is they're associated with. You're all cancer. Anyways, Cyberpunk 2077. The cinematic trailer looked beautiful, looked gorgeous. I need to see some gameplay before I am any level of invested in it. And now, moving on to Bethesda.
Stop! You violated the law. Pay the court a fine or serve your sentence. Your stolen goods are now forfeit.
First up, we have Rage 2. I always liked the first Rage. I consider it to be somewhat of an underrated shooter, but I never in a million years expected to see it get a sequel. I figured it was a one and done sort of deal, but surprise, surprise, here we are. Rage 2 is happening. Rage is getting a sequel. This IP, this franchise lives on. And they've shown off the new and improved, well, everything. Graphics, gunplay, vehicle combat, the open world, it's all bigger and seemingly better and faster and crazier. So far with Rage 2, I like everything I've seen. The game looks like it could be a lot of fun. The new superpowers and abilities look like they could be extremely empowering and satisfying. Already from a visual, graphical, technical perspective, the game looks absolutely gorgeous. It's so bright and colorful and full of detail, and oh my god, the explosions! Yeah, I can safely say I am looking forward to Rage 2. What a lovely surprise. Up next we have... Doom! Fucking Doom! Yeah, baby! Oh man! Oh man! The one thing I wanted out of E3, my dream come true! Doom Eternal! Doom 2! Doom's getting a sequel! Alright, so for all the new people, new viewers, new subscribers, I absolutely love Doom. Doom 2016 was my favorite game of 2016. Hell, it's my favorite first-person shooter of all time. It's my favorite video game of all time. I love Doom 2016 so goddamn much. Oh, Doom! It's so good. It's fucking masterpiece. Oh, I love it. I love the game so much. And with this sequel, Doom Eternal, we're gonna have hell on earth, baby. We're gonna have twice as many demons. Oh, I need this now. I want this now. So, yeah, Doom Eternal won E3. Doom Eternal, favorite game of E3 2018. Doom Eternal won. Doom Eternal wins, hands down, just for the mere fact of existing. Guys, I have never been this excited for a video game in my life. The sequel to my favorite video game of all time. Oh my god. Oh, the hype. I'm gonna fucking explode! Okay, we need to move on before the overwhelming happiness kills me. Up next, we have Quake Champions, which is free to play for a week. I've never played a Quake game before, and I'm not really into multiplayer-only games, but with Quake Champions' most recent update, they have finally started slowly but surely implementing bot support into the game. Well played, Bethesda and id, well played. Good timing. You now have a new Quake Champions player on your hands. I look forward to playing and observing the future development of this game. So, yeah, Quake Champions. Up next, we have Prey with new content updates and DLC. So, for totally free, Prey just got a new story mode difficulty, a new survival mode difficulty, and New Game Plus. Hell yeah! I love Prey, one of my favorite games of 2017. Great single-player game, great immersive sim RPG. So it's awesome to have all this wonderful new content to give me an excuse to go back and replay it again. On top of that, we have the new Moon Crash DLC, where you try to escape the moon, no duh, under a Typhon invasion. In this roguelike simulation, where death means death, you gotta reset. But every run, every new playthrough of Moon Crash is unique, with procedural generation, RNG, different enemy spawns and item spawns and placement. I can't wait to play this. It looks like a lot of fun. So Prey, a great game, just got even better. Awesome. Up next we have Wolfenstein Youngblood, which showed a CGI trailer. Fucking hell. Look, I like the idea of a Wolfenstein game that can be played in co-op. I really like the Wolfenstein games, but I need to see some gameplay, man. Now, some of you are immediately going to call hypocrite because of Doom Eternal. Yes, Doom Eternal used a CGI trailer for its big reveal, but here's the thing about Doom Eternal. We know it's just going to be more Doom. I'm okay with more Doom. I want more Doom. But with Wolfenstein, all you have to do is look at all the additions and changes there were from the New Order to the New Colossus. So when it comes to any new Wolfenstein game, when it comes to Youngblood, I need to see some gameplay before I get any sort of excited or have any sort of judgments or expectations about it. Up next, oh boy, this is the big one, Fallout 76, aka Ark Survival Evolved Fallout Edition. Don't give me that look, you know I'm fucking right. Look, I'm gonna give Fallout 76 a fair shake. I'm not gonna go to one extreme or the other, completely condemning it or completely praising and losing my mind over it. When the game comes out, I'm gonna watch and read reviews and see if the game is for me. Simple as that. The game itself, from what we've been shown, looks perfectly fine. While I absolutely love the new creature designs, and the graphics were good looking, the gameplay felt it looked a bit off to me. Little janky and clunky and slow. Then again, there's an argument to be made that that's every gunplay and gameplay system when it comes to the combat in the Fallout games. But I haven't played the game, and probably the version they are showing at E3 right now, the version they're showing us right now, is a much older build. So Fallout 76 looks alright, but for me personally, it's a wait and see. Up next, we have Starfield. It exists! Moving on. Up next, we have The Elder Scrolls 6. It exists. Moving on. Moving on, in fact, over to Ubisoft.
Wait, I want to try. Alexa, what time is it?
Time to get serious!
First up, we have Beyond Good and Evil 2, and the amount of furry and bestiality porn that is going to be generated by this game is absolutely ludicrous. Nice looking CGI trailer, though. Up next, we have The Division 2. Hey, wait a minute.
Deja vu, I've just been in this place before, higher on the street.
Up next, we have Skull and Bones, and while I was originally looking forward to this game after it was announced last E3, now that we've gotten an extensive gameplay look at the game, I'm like, meh?
We said meh. M-E-H. Meh.
I mean, the game, visually, looks absolutely stunning, no doubt about it. The ship customization looks really cool. I mean, the game looks fine. It looks alright. Not 100% sure if it's for me, but this is another wait and see. Specifically, I need to know about the single-player, solo play options. And also the Kraken. They didn't show the Kraken this E3. They teased the Kraken last E3. I need to know what's going on with the Kraken. Ubisoft. If in Skull and Bones, if Skull and Bones has the Kraken as a giant boss battle, you have my money. And I mean actually have the Kraken as a boss battle. Don't do what Sea of Thieves did with that tentacle bullshit. I want an actual full-bodied Kraken, tentacles included, no hentai please. So yeah, Skull and Bones, wait and see for me. Looks alright though. Up next we have For Honor! For Honor, brand new content, the new season, Marching Fire. So not only are we getting brand new maps, a brand new game mode with Castle Siege, but we're getting a whole new faction and 4 brand new heroes. The Wu Lin, the Chinese, aka Mega Weebs. No, Super Weebs. No, Weeaboo Extraordinaires. I mean, we already had the Samurai, but now we're getting the Wu Lin? Oh boy. And joking aside, the new heroes look awesome. The new Castle Siege game mode looks awesome. I love For Honor, one of my favorite games of all time, one of my favorite games of 2017. This new content looks amazing, and it's totally free. So yeah, For Honor, baby. Not much else to say other than...
Deus Vult, Deus Vult, Deus Vult, Deus Vult, Deus Vult.
Up next, we have Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I haven't really played any of the Assassin's Creed games, so not really much I can add here. It looks pretty. Maybe I'll play it. I don't know. I'm just going to insert a random meme here to keep your attention. Moving on, surprisingly enough, to PC gaming. There were actually some really cool and worthwhile indie, middle market, and AAA games revealed at the PC gaming press conference this E3. They've really stepped up their game. Let's take a look at the games, shall we? First up, we have Satisfactory from Coffee Stain Studios, developer and publisher, and I am immediately interested in this game. When it comes to Coffee Stain Studios, they have never developed or published a bad game in my eyes. From Sanctum to Goat Simulator to A Story About My Uncle to Deep Rock Galactic, Coffee Stain Studios know what they're doing. They're a game studio, they're a developer and publisher for gamers. And the description of Satisfactory reads, an FPS open world factory building sim. You play as an engineer on an alien planet as a part of the Save the Day program, a program whose goal is to construct a mass machine for a mysterious purpose, conquer nature, build multi-story factories, and automate to satisfaction. On top of that, the game can be played single player, multiplayer, co-op, and just from the gameplay trailer alone, the game looks beautiful. It was a really well-made trailer, and damn it, I'm interested. Satisfactory looks like it could be satisfying. Up next, we have The Forgotten City, a very interesting single-player indie game with a very heavy emphasis on story. The description reads, The Forgotten City is a time-travel murder mystery in a mythological city. Deep underground in an ancient Roman city, 26 trapped explorers lay dead because one of them broke a mysterious law. A portal leads back to the past, allowing you to change their fate or witness their deaths in a time loop for eternity. The premise of this game alone has me extremely interested, and there's a possibility to tell a great story here. And this is also the very first game of brand new indie developer Modern Storytelling, who is also self-publishing. I am always looking to support great indie and middle market developers. I like what they're doing here with The Forgotten City. It has my interest. I'm going to be following this game. Here's hoping we have a new indie gem and a new interesting and engaging story to get invested in. Keep your eye on The Forgotten City, and moving on to another game with City in the title, we have The Sinking City, an open-world RPG starring my boy, Cthulhu! The description reads, taking place in the 1920s, The Sinking City is a game of adventure and investigation set in an open world inspired by the works of the famous American author H.P. Lovecraft. You will step into the shoes of a private investigator who arrives in the city of Oakmount, Massachusetts, a city suffering from unprecedented floods of supernatural origins. You must uncover the source of whatever has taken possession of the city and the minds of its inhabitants. Yes, 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 so much yes. Another great-looking indie middle-market game. Another game that's Lovecraftian, eldritch horror, Cthulhu-inspired. Up next, we have Killing Floor 2 content. We got brand new guns, a brand new map, the airship, and wait, what's this?
And finally, there's a last-minute addition to the crew.
What's this woman go?
Seems Mrs. Foster negotiated her way on board and is set on giving Zed
You won't like me angry.
the business. And remember, we'll see you on the airship.
Fossey, joke for you. Optician says my eyes are okay. I say, then how do you explain my husband?
Shut up and take my money.
Up next we have, wait, what's this?
For the water is as warm as the welcome. So come feel the wind in your sails. Kick back and relax. Enjoy the local cuisine. Your dream vacation is waiting for you here on the Gulf Coast. Go to maneatergame.com now to book your vacation. Operators are standing by.
So, hey, John, so you get to play as the shark.
You are the shark. This is an open world action RPG where you play as a shark, or as we like to call it, a shark PG.
Shut up and take my money.
Up next we have Sable, and right off the bat I have to say I absolutely adore the art style of this game. Sable looks absolutely beautiful. That being said, Sable is an open world exploration story game. There is no combat, there is no puzzles, there may be some platforming, but so far the devs have clearly stated that there will be no combat. The game is going to mainly focus on exploring the open world and, well, the storytelling. So, developer, Shedworks, this is your first game, and for your first game, it's impressive, you deserve some praise, you deserve some slack. But if you ever come across this video, allow me to offer you some constructive criticism. If you're not going to have any combat gameplay, any sort of gameplay engagement loop, you want to solely focus on the story, well, you need to knock the story out of the ballpark. Since this game is mainly focused on the story, if people don't find the story engaging, then you're left with a pretty looking but empty open world. So I hope you guys have a great story in the works here. Again, I love what you've done with the art style, the graphics, game looks beautiful. I will be following your game, I most likely will support your game. I love supporting ambitious indie developers, but some fair constructive criticism. Your game has to have a hook. Outside of pretty looking graphics, pretty looking visuals, you need to have a hook. Here's hoping the story is that hook. Up next, we have Genesis Alpha 1. Now this game has the potential to be a fantasy dream come true video game, or a technical mess, nightmare, and disaster. I love all the concepts and features and mechanics presented about the game, but dear God, the visuals, the graphics, the animations, oh, the game looks so ugly. It looks putrid. Here's hoping that the actual gameplay, features, and mechanics make up for it. Graphics do not make or break a game, they are merely a nice bonus, but damn son, them graphics are ugly. But when it comes to Alpha Genesis 1, let's wait and see. Up next, we have Overkill's The Walking Dead. More like Left 4 Dead, am I right?
You suck!
Okay, but in all seriousness...
Hey Joe, you wanna play a zombie game?
No! I don't wanna fucking play a zombie game. I'm tired of fucking zombies.
Up next, we have Hitman 2, which shows us the power of the coconut. Now, while I liked the new Hitman reboot, I hated the episodic format. While it works for story-focused games, it just doesn't work for gameplay-focused games like Hitman. So again, the Hitman reboot was a good game, I liked it, hated that they released content episodically over several months. Would much rather prefer the whole game straight up, right away, at launch. Which is what they're doing for Hitman 2. No episodic bullshit, the full game at launch, yay, I'm on board. More Hitman, I love Hitman, getting more Hitman. Hit me up with that Hitman, man. Hitman 2, coming out later this year. Looking forward to it. Now, moving on to Sony. First up, we have the highly anticipated The Last of Us Part 2.
Ha! Gay!
Up next, we have Destiny 2, Forsaken.
Calling out in the night, just a couple victims of this brutal reprise. Am I strong enough to let things just die?
You bastards!
Up next, we have Control, which is Quantum Break, but with whammons. Respect whammons.
Respect whammon.
In all seriousness, I actually really liked Quantum Break, and Control looks actually really cool. Control looks like it could be a lot of fun. Those superpowers do look pretty cool. So yeah, I'll be keeping my eye on Control. Looks interesting. Looks like it could be fun. Up next, we have Resident Evil 2 Remake.
Hey Joe, you wanna play a zombie game?
No! I don't wanna fucking play a zombie game. I'm tired of fucking zombies.
Up next, we have Death's Stranding. Oh, I'm sorry, there's a spelling error there. Let me fix that. Well, it's also missing something here. Let me just put that right there. There we go. That's better. Up next, we have Nioh 2, which was a pretty big surprise for me. I really liked the first Nioh, one of my favorite games of last year, 2017, and I'm surprised they're working on a sequel so quickly. But hey, more Nioh, hell yeah, can't wait. And now with all the games from all the major conferences done and over with, let's move on to just a few other games that had more gameplay and information revealed about them. First up, Code Vein, which had more gameplay revealed and a new story trailer that basically spoiled the entire plot. I'm not even joking or over-exaggerating or being hyperbolic. Their new story trailer literally spoiled the entire story of Code Vein. I'm still gonna buy and play Code Vein because it looks like it could be a lot of fun and a good challenge, but holy shit, what was the marketing team thinking? They just spoiled the entire story, the entire plot in their latest trailer. What the hell were they thinking, man? Well, either way, at least I know what I'm getting into with Code Vein. It's typical anime bullshit, but the gameplay looks like a lot of fun. Holy shit. Up next, one of my most anticipated games of the year, which is hopefully coming out this year, if not next year, GTFO, Get the Fuck Out. We got to see a ton of unscripted, raw gameplay from the game, and I'm still just in love with the look and sound and feel of this game. The co-op multiplayer that they keep showing off certainly looks like it could be a ton of fun, but I'm still itching to find out about single-player options. I'm really hoping that the game isn't multiplayer only, co-op only. I hope there's some single-player or play alone with AI teammates, I don't know, in the same vein of Left 4 Dead and Payday and Vermintide, all that good jazz. I love what I see of GTFO, but I really hope it has some single-player offerings. Up next, I talked about this game last E3. We got another trailer for Call of Cthulhu, and it's coming out this year, 2018! Yes, more Lovecraft, more Cthulhu video games. Yes, I've been looking forward to this game for fucking years now. I need my dose of eldritch horror. Lovecraft is like a drug, man. Oh, I can't wait. Call of Cthulhu. Soon now, very soon. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is E3 2018. Now, I know I missed some games. I missed a lot of games. There were a lot of fucking games shown off this year at E3, and I couldn't be bloody happier. Not only is there a ton of stuff to look forward to in the future, but E3 2018 has proven what I have been saying for years. In my personal crusade against the cynics and pessimists in the gaming community, the constant autistic screeching of, "Oh, gaming is dead, gaming is dying, gaming is shit now," well, you can all go suck my dick. Gaming is better than ever. We have more options than ever before. So many different genres and works of art. So many creative ideas and new stories waiting to be told. Exciting co-op and multiplayer adventures to be had with friends. Gaming is fucking awesome. I love video games. I love gaming. I hope you guys enjoyed my E3 2018 video. Hope you all had a good laugh, a good chuckle, put a smile on that face. I thank you so much for watching. I hope you'll leave a comment in the comment section down below. Leave a like if you liked the video. Share it on social media, Twitter and Facebook if you want to help out the video. And if you want to help out and support me directly to keep making more videos like this, well, there's always Patreon. Anyways, gotta wrap this up. I gotta get to work on other videos. But until then, I'll see you guys later.